Nirvana's first recording session with Butch Vig took place from April 2nd to 6th, 1990 at Smart Studios in Madison, Wisconsin, over a year before they recorded Nevermind at Sound City Studios in Los Angeles. Nirvana's drummer during the April 1990 sessions was Chad Channing. I came across a quote recently where Chad discussed what Butch Vig was like as a producer in comparison to Jack Endino. Jack Endino, of course, having produced Nirvana's debut record Bleach and many other recordings over the years. If you'd like to see the extended interview I did with Jack Endino where he goes into detail about his history with Nirvana, the link is in the description box below. As per Chad Channing's quote about Butch Vig and Jack, here it is. Butch Vig is a little bit more of a finesse sort of guy. Jack had a really good sense of getting thickness out of a recording, getting a good solid sounding kick drum and snare sound. And when you'd say you wanted the guitar to be really big sounding, Vig could do that. Like Jack, he could bring that out. But Vig played with a little more stuff. When we say they're finding different sounds for the snare, he had a machine that had like 150 different effects to put on the snare. There was something called Elvis Beat and Monster, whatever, and the list goes on. And we just sat there and pretty much listened to just about every one of them. But like Jack, he was able to get some really thick sounds. Now again, Chad Channing is referring to the April 1990 sessions with Butch Vig. The following is a quote from Butch Vig about those sessions. We did everything relatively quick, so you've pretty much got to get everything set up pretty quick and get rolling. I didn't really dissect the songs. Most of the songs seem like once they played them, the arrangements were pretty tight. We pretty much tracked the songs live. I got Kurt to double track some of the rhythm guitars even though he wasn't into it. In some cases, there was just one guitar, so I would do an automatic double, which is where you pan it left, then you run it through a delay, and pan it to the right to make it sound more of a stereo image. Kurt would record a scratch vocal, then go back and do the final vocals and the harmonies. There were very few overdubs. Kurt might add a second guitar, and he dropped in a couple of lead guitar things here and there, but the band was pretty much tracked live. I was very economical. I was always like, well, if it wasn't a good take, there's no point in keeping it. In hindsight, I wish I could have kept everything, but it was just a budget thing. The bands were like, just tape over the stuff we're not using. Nirvana recorded 8 songs during this session in April 1990. Breed, Dive, In Bloom, Stay Away, Sappy, Lithium, Here She Comes Now, and Polly. It should be noted that Breed at the time was known as Imodium, and Stay Away was known as Pay to Play.